Hey, I'm back. All right. Wanted to go ahead and get a little best ball action in for today. Really, I do feel like best ball is a great way to give you some, just an idea of how people are valuing players for the upcoming season, and it's fun. We're always drafting. We're always playing football. So let's go ahead and pull this up. All right, so I'm actually on the clock right now. Let's see. Let's take a look. I've got Russell Wilson queued up. All right. See if I can. All right. Here we go. Take a look at the big board. And here, A1 to Master. Got Brees Hall, Saquon, Laporta, T. Higgins, Richardson, Kirk, DeAndre Hopkins, Jacoby Myers, DeAndre Swift, Jahan Dotson, Dalton Schultz, Adam Thielen, Braylon Allen, Geno Smith, Marshawn Lloyd. And we've got 5 picks left to go. So I've got Richardson, Geno Smith. We're very far out from the season, and Richardson is coming off surgery. So that's why I had Russell Wilson queued up, because not only may I need a quarterback if Richardson has a slow start, but anything can happen, and it's so far out. And at this point, if you look at the draft board, quarterbacks I think that will be starting going into next season are Will Levis, Bryce Young, Russell Wilson, and one of Penix, Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, maybe Kenny Pickett starting, and I think Aiden O'Connell could be starting. A lot of things could change with this upcoming draft. So I think even though things didn't end well for Russell Wilson, he could be good. I actually am going to pivot here. I'm going to take Will Levis just because I've already got some other quarterbacks, and there's some upside here. If things break right, it's more leaning into the unknown. And I'll just do one quick check of what else is available, just so you guys can see. Curtis Samuel. I mean, I've got not enough receivers yet. Still, T. Higgins, Christian Kirk, Hopkins, Jacoby Myers, Jahan Dotson, Adam Thielen. Not necessarily enough. I think with the running backs, really the way you play the best ball is you're trying to draft a team and thinking that you're right with how you're drafting. At running back, even though I like Gus Edwards, he is getting older. There should be competition coming in with Keaton Mitchell and J.K. Dobbins. But this year, even though Gus Edwards had essentially the workload to himself, he just did not put up a lot of points in 2023, relative to some of those other running backs. And usually he doesn't put up a ton of points, like on a weekly basis, as far as being able to put him in your lineup over other people. I think he had a couple spike weeks, but not a whole lot of upside. I do like some of these running backs here. At this point, I would just rather take that receiver or quarterback just to make sure. I like Curtis Samuel. So it's really just coming down to the scarcity of the quarterback position because it's so far out. So I'll take Will Levis here and go ahead and move on to another fast draft. So let's go to the NFL side of things here. Switch this over to the pre-draft best ball drafts. Only got until April, but really this little board is almost full. And big board, we got plenty of time. Let's go ahead and do a little board. Jump into this 30-second clock. And gotta wait for some folks to jump in here. So I'll go ahead and see how long this takes. but hopefully I get an early pick. Hopefully I get maybe, I like going receiver early. I don't love taking McCaffrey at the beginning. One thing I've noticed over the years is the person who finished number one last year doesn't always finish number one the year before. And running back's a pretty fragile position. So we will see how that pans out. CeeDee Lamb, I like CeeDee Lamb as a target. I like Justin Jefferson as a bounce back. Jamar Chase. I probably prefer those guys, but we know Tyreek Hill had been the best pretty much aside from CeeDee Lamb this past year. Really had those huge spike week games. Lamb's target share was just incredible. So I would love to get an early pick, be able to get CeeDee Lamb. I'll take a McCaffrey. I'll take a Tyreek Hill, Jefferson, Chase. Those top five there looks really good. I've gotten Breece Hall in some drafts already. I've only done a couple. So I don't want to overload on Breece Hall. Amon-Ra, he's somebody that I highly prioritized last year. He was really good for us. And let's see, Bijan, I think, can have a really good second year breakout. Gibbs, this first round is really good. I like what we got going on here. So just go. We got 5 people in. Now we got 7 people in. We're getting close. Once the draft fills, wait about 60 seconds. Who do we got here? So might queue up some. Only waiting for 4 more people. I think I'll go CeeDee Lamb 1. I still think Dallas has got to add someone just with the age of the team, but CeeDee Lamb's about to get a contract extension. I know he really put it all out there so that he could get that big contract, which is definitely coming. I still think he's in a perfect situation. There's really not a lot of competition. Whereas Tyreek Hill and Jefferson have a first-round wide receiver in the receiving room with them. Amon-Ra, he's kind of the only guy in town outside of the tight end. So let's see here. I still think so. With Tyreek Hill, maybe you want to try to predict when he's out early, but he really sounded adamant about giving it his all through the end of his contract. So I'm not going to short Tyreek Hill. Really tough to rank these guys. Man, Breece Hall, I really like. I like so many of these first rounders. Let's see. I think I might have Garrett Wilson ahead of AJ Brown. AJ Brown is so explosive. That's tough. Like, even though he's got Devonta Smith there, it's more about the quarterback. Like, I like the high volume situations a little bit more. Let's see. Oh man, yeah. I'm kind of hoping to get top 11 pick. After that, I might be jumping down to a chain at that point. Really not sure. It's pretty tough. Let's check out Draft Lobby one more time. see. I'm just trying to see how long it would take for a 10-person draft to fill. Let's see, this one only needed one more. So I might just switch to this one for speed's sake. And I think here, unfilled. So we only need one left on the big board and 8 left. So I will wait on this one. I just have to leave in about an hour. So we'll just go with the big board. This is a bigger prize, but more. There's more time usually for this one to get filled. So more, as things change throughout the off season, that's going to affect where some people draft certain players. I would say this is probably going to stay open for at least a month, whereas the little board's about to fill. All right, so we're in, and let's see what position we have. See if I can get a bigger view. All right, active. Okay, so all right, who are we going to take here? We've got the 9th spot. All right, so this is not good. But I said there's 11 people that I liked, so it'll be fine. Let's see who falls to us. All right, so I've got 9 queued up. What I prefer. See, so here's the thing with Gibbs. You do need him to take that leap in the workload. So I think I'm fine with the order. The 2 running backs ahead of him, I feel confident, have the majority of the goal line work. Gibbs, just body type wise, isn't built for that. He's a PPR back. Let's see if I can find the settings here. Receptions, half a point for reception. Yeah, I think I lean the guys who can be goal line backs over Gibbs. I really love Gibbs. I could see him being a better pick than Puka. It's just I've already stopped giving a doubting Puka. All right, so McCaffrey goes 101, Tyreek Hill goes 102, CeeDee Lamb 103, Justin Jefferson 104. All right, going quick. Let's see if Bijan falls here. Between Bijan and Puka. Generally, people like to go receiver first. And I would say Garrett Wilson would be my next after Puka, but I have him very close. It's just, I trust Sean McVay and the Stafford combination. I can totally see Garrett Wilson having the better season. But we're going Puka. Puka, welcome to the team. All right, so right before me went Bijan, Brees Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Bijan Robinson. Then I took Puka. Then it was A.J. Brown, Amir Gibbs. And now this person has the 12th pick, and then they're going to go back-to-back. 17 seconds. Let's see if they take Garrett Wilson's not going to be there. I would take Kyron and a chain at running back. Outside of them, I will pass, and I think I will take them over those receivers. I like what Nico Collins has to offer. I almost rather take DJ Moore over Nico Collins. I think I'll take DJ over Nico. I'm not on the clock yet. So A.J. Brown went, then Jahmyr Gibbs, Garrett Wilson to end the first round. And this person has a back-to-back pick. 5 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they do a double receiver. They ran out of time and just took best available. Kyrie Williams. Then it goes Nico Collins. He's off the board. I think I'll go DJ Moore. So Marvin Harrison Jr. goes right ahead of me. I love the spike weeks from Devon and Chain. Man, that's tough. Man. DJ Moore's just been so consistent. I'm gonna take this little gamble. I'm gonna go Devon and Chan. He's already queued up, so it'll just take him for me. A little bit of a gamble. I like the QB upgrade that DJ Moore is likely to get. If they keep Justin Fields, then I definitely am fine not having DJ Moore. And if they don't keep Justin Fields as a rookie quarterback, so it's still a little bit of an unknown. And we've seen DJ Moore really be he's almost never been in a consistent quarterback position. The quarterbacks have been low volume, and if he gets a new quarterback, even if it's higher volume, there's still going to be a learning curve for potential Caleb Williams. All right, let's recap who's gone since my pick. Chan, Jonathan is who I took. So then Jonathan Taylor at the 2.5. DJ Moore goes at the 2.6. Rashee Rice, 2.7. Wide receiver 1 for the Chiefs. Let's see if he has a big game this weekend. Brandon Ayuk in the same game this weekend. So let's see how those guys do. Then Tank Dell. So we've already got both of the CJ Stroud wide receivers off the board. Tank Dell at the 2.9. Last year, Josh Allen was going very early, and he ended up being the quarterback 1. Looks like he's still going early. Stephon Diggs actually ends up going here at the 2.10. I wouldn't be surprised if this person who has the back-to-back pick takes Josh Allen. So Michael Pittman Jr. went at the 2.11, 3.12, or excuse me, the 2.12 and the 3.1. This person's going back-to-back. Let's see who they take. They go Saquon Barkley, the first pick. Let's expand this a little bit. So they take Devontae Adams with that next pick at the 3.1. They now have Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Adams. I mean, I love what Barkley can do this next year, so I'm all for that. Josh Allen ends up going at the 3.2. So this team has Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman Jr. After Josh Allen at the 3.3 went Travis Etienne, then Deebo Samuel. All right. It's getting closer to my pick. Let's start queuing up some players. Sam Laporta. In past drafts, it was too early to draft a tight end this early. They have to do exactly what they did last year to be good. Now, Laporta did have the most touchdowns. He had a lot of touchdowns, and he wasn't the leader in receptions. That could go up. It could also stay similarly the same. It's more just about him versus the next person, but I'm totally fine with Laporta taking a shot on him, just continuing to get better over some of these other players. Totally get it. Malik Neighbors goes after that at the 3.7, 3.8, DK Metcalf. I'm on the clock. Went into Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen was the target leader last season. You're banking on a healthy season at that point. It's a little bit risky, but he's just continuously been the leader in targets in the NFL. he even if he's missing games, he's just always up there. He gives you a pretty decent floor. I think between him and Mike Evans has some of those big weeks, but sometimes he doesn't. And I'm leaning the quarterback and the new offensive coach that's there. And I know they're going to run the ball, but Eckler's a little bit older. At some point, they're going to have to lean on these receivers. You've got Mike Williams returning from injury. Quentin Johnson needs to develop further in year 2. So Keenan Allen is still the top target. We can see a big weapon go to the Chargers, but that will be a rookie. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I was probably deciding between Jalen Waddle there. I want to wait on the quarterback a little bit. I think if I can get any of the rushing quarterbacks, that's good. I just think I can wait a little bit to get one. And if not, it's still fine. It's a one quarterback draft. Don't have to reach. So, and I do want to get some receivers since I took a running back early already. I'm on the clock. Do a quick look at the running backs. No. And then we're going to look at these receivers. Man, it would be nice if there was a big year coming from Drake London. This one's risky. I'm actually going to go with T. Higgins because I'm expecting him to either continue to get his workload from before with Joe Burrow or to become a wide receiver 1 on a different team. There's some upside there. I like Drake London too, but there's other good targets in that situation, and the quarterback's just a complete mystery with that team. Let's get some guys queued up here. I like Rachaad White, James Cook for the pass catching ability. Kenneth Walker, he delivered. He won me a title in that video where I did the trophy reveal. Definitely had Walker on that team. I think Kamara still got something. Last year with that Kamara suspension, man, he was going really late. And he had some good weeks in there. But this is a lot higher. It's not necessarily too high for Kamara. It's just, I love the price we were getting them at last year. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do a quick recap and then I'll start queuing up some players. After my T. Higgins pick at the 4-4, it was 4-5 Drake London, Zay Flowers, Isaiah Pacheco, Calvin Ridley, Mark Cooper. And then we've got Jordan Addison, wide receiver out of Minnesota, James Cook. And then now we're at the end of the 4th round. This guy's got back-to-back picks. 2 running backs so far, wide receiver. I think they go receiver here. Maybe they go Mahomes. They went Kelsey. I think they're going Mahomes. At this, if you're taking Kelsey, that means you don't think he's retiring and you believe in Mahomes. I'm guessing Mahomes here, but it would be a reach for me to go Mahomes because I think a lot of other quarterbacks can deliver what he does. So I'm only taking a rushing quarterback this early. Otherwise, I'll wait for some of these other guys. Yep, he went Mahomes. Called it. I do like a stack though. You can't hate on that stack, and these are 2 of the best players in the league. I'm not worried about Kelsey potentially retiring. Could happen though, but I like the picks. At the 5-2 goes Trey McBride. So we've got some tight ends going. Kamara goes there at the 5-3. And I'm fine with wherever you take Kamara. He's a good player. They're saying that's only a 9 pick ahead of ADP, and this is early ADP, and we know what Kamara is. He's a pass-catching juggernaut. Andrews, he came back healthy. That's good. So it's not that we got to be scared of Andrews. I just got to make sure he's not worse than someone else I'm going to take. So we got Walker on the board. I think I would take him. I don't think he falls to me because this person has 0 running backs. CJ Stroud, Mark Andrews, Rome Odunze. Walker goes. So, yeah, it was Kamara Richardson, Rashad White, Jalen Reed, Kenneth Walker the third. I'm up next after this person. I don't want to take Stroud here. Jackson Smith and Jigba goes. I will queue up Rome Odunze. This feels like a risky pick, but also feels like a potential upside pick. I think it's not the best pick. I'm just going to put that out there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Odunze. Just live with the unknown. There's a scenario where he starts to rise ahead of a Jackson Smith and Jigba if he instantly becomes a wide receiver 1. Same with Jaden Reed, who is there's so many weapons on that team. We don't know who they're going to prioritize. I do like Jalen Reed, though, so not knocking him. Okay, so I think I want to keep a queue going of quarterbacks I want to take, but I'm going to continue to feel free to push them down the board as they approach. I'm just shocked at this Jordan Love season. He was such a value last year. Number 2 in the league in touchdowns behind Dak Prescott. And I do want to find where is my cutoff at quarterback. Last year, all right, I'm on the clock. Let's wait to do that. And then I'll give a recap after this. I'm gonna go George Pickens, most likely. This is a tight end. I'll continue to wait. George Pickens, I like the potential. I don't like the potential quarterback, but I like the upside. Especially when I don't have to set a lineup. I think I'll put Bowers in the queue. What I've been seeing is people are reaching on the rookies. I'll reach on Bowers, but not advising it. With Kincaid, Gabe Davis is a free agent. They're wide receiver 2, so Dalton Kincaid could be that number 2 target. They've got Khalil Shakir. I like tight ends that can be the number 2 target in their offense. So I think that could be Kincaid. I also think that could be Bowers. I think that is potentially Evan Ingram if Calvin really doesn't re-sign. David Njoku, Jake Ferguson potentially just because Brandon Cooks is getting older. Kyle Pitts, TJ Hawkinson if he's healthy. That's where it stops for me. So let me get one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tight ends. So I may wait until the bottom of this tight end tier. And yeah, you may have this tier a little bit different. But I'm going to wait. Get these mapped out. I don't think I can take Nick Chubb here. Stevenson is very explosive. Man, we need this New England offense to improve. I would not be surprised if Austin Eckler had a resurgence. It's just that watching the games, it was not there. Part of the season, Herbert was gone. Man, it's rough. Oof. Man, this is a tough season. But if he's a free agent and lands somewhere nice, it can work out. It's just really rough. Really rough season. Let's try to do a recap to catch up before I'm on the clock of who's gone off the board. Okay. let's go back to where I last called this. So Odunze, Mark Andrews, CJ Stroud, George Kittle, those ended the 5th round. Then to start the 6th round at 6-1 is Aaron Jones, Terry McLaurin, Josh Jacobs, George Pickens was my pick, Derrick Henry, Christian Kirk, Brian Thomas Jr., Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Tajay Spears, Christian Watson, Austin Eckler, Chris Godwin, Romeo Dubes. Okay, Joe Burrow, Dalton Kincaid, and we are caught up. So we've got 5 receivers. I don't have to press on receivers right now. Whenever I'm feeling good about a position, I do like to do one final look at it just to make sure. I mean, these are good players here. It's just I do need to get a running back. I'm not going to force it. You know, Deontay Johnson, he's on the same team as Pickens. I do normally like him because he consistently commands targets. It's just the Steelers' offense is tough. It has been lower upside recent years. Okay, so Kincaid, Prescott, Hopkins, get off of receiver. If Bowers is there, I'll take Bowers. Otherwise, Stevens, probably good pick. Bowers goes. I'm not ready to take Tony Pollard. You know, maybe a year removed from that injury, he's feeling a little bit better. Now, I do have my top rushing quarterback here. I'm going to take Fields. Because there's only 3 other ones there. There's another one later, but I'm going to go with my anchor running back, take Justin Fields. I'm going to uncue these other quarterbacks, except I'm actually going to add a quarterback that I like. And one of the perks of just starting the channel, just keep this queue up, no worried about getting stream sniped. All right, Stevenson goes, Nick Chubb. I'm up in 5 picks. Let's go ahead and queue up the other quarterbacks I want. These rookies. I like getting a little of that action. Then I don't really need to worry about them too much. Just going to get the quarterbacks with that rushing upside. Just double check. Yeah, I feel good about those. If I can get one more of those, then I'll really just need one high floor quarterback at that point. I might be able to get. Well, so we're at pick 88. Pollard normally goes at pick 78. If he falls here, then I might take him. You know, if he has a new landing spot, that's good. Dallas is a good landing spot. Okay, Pollard goes. Let's check in on the tight end spot. So there's still a lot of these tight ends in the tier that I like. I will gamble. This is where the tight end run is going to start. So I'm going to gamble on going to a different position. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Brian Robinson as my second running back. The Washington team seems to really like him. He'll get some work. And Njoku goes. Evan Ingram goes. I did call the tight end run. So I'm just trying to see if I can get one of these guys to fall. It's a pretty long wait, so probably won't happen. I just don't overvalue the position because when you're wrong, it really hurts if you reach. And I think the way a lot of these folks play it is they'll wait for the most part. And who in front of me has a tight end? So this person on the clock does. They take Murray. Grab Murray and Richardson, so they went double rushing quarterback. I think at the next pick I will go tight end or rushing quarterback, and then I'll just I'm pretty good at receiver to where I could still take some depth guys. I'm just not too worried about them versus trying to solidify these other positions. I would prefer tight end here. But I actually want these quarterbacks, so I don't care if these tight ends go. Y'all can have them. Let's do a quick recap. All right, Hawkinson was fine. After my Brian Robinson pick, it was David Njoku at the 8.5, Evan Ingram at 8.6. 8.7 goes Brock Purdy. Kobe Myers at 8.8. Kyler Murray at the 8.9. Deontay Johnson 8.10. Ian Mostert. TJ Hawkinson. Devontae Williams. Cortland Sutton. Mike Williams. And then it is 5 picks until my pick. Do one of these 2 tight ends fall? There are 5 players on my queue. Can one of these players make it? This is always a fun wait. I'll put a 6 player in since I'm 6 back. I'll put Devontae Williams maybe. Okay. Yeah, he'll be 1 year removed from his injury. That could be fun. So Jaylen Warren goes at the 9.4. 9.5 is Jake Ferguson. So I'm not expecting Pitts to fall. Anyone at the top of the queue, all it takes is someone to just look at the top of the queue and not have a good choice in mind and to just take them. All these guys have tight ends. So there is a chance Pitts falls. Pitt falls. Oh, Pitts gets taken because they have timed out. So this person already has gone double tight end, which, hey, I had him in that tier, so I don't mind it. This could be that breakout season for Pitts. So that means at this point, I'm going to take my favorite rookie quarterback, one of my favorite rookie quarterbacks. I actually think I'll switch it and take Caleb Williams over Daniels if he's there. And just be done at that position. Just take, one of these. I have both Chicago quarterbacks for now. If I still only had one running back, I probably would have taken Javonte there. All right, so I'm up in I've got another 5 pick wait. After me goes Josh Downs. I like DeAndre Swift. I think outside of that, I'm good. Yeah, it would just be taking some shots here at some guys. So a bunch of receivers are going. Guessing these guys didn't get receivers early, and that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, he only had 3. He had to make a pick. This guy's got 4. Yeah, these people only have 4 receivers. They're probably getting a little desperate. Yeah, I think Swift could fall. Yeah, Swift falls. I would love to grab these quarterbacks here, but I do need a running back that I think might get a good landing spot. I think it's an improvement for Swift to get out of Philly, just since Jalen Hurts was just such a vulture at the goal line. So I think Swift could have better days ahead, fantasy-wise. But you see these quarterbacks that I like, they're still falling. Of course, they could have a rough rookie season. That's why I went with the one-on-one quarterback. Like, that person could still have a rough season, Caleb Williams, but give me a shot there. And if any of these are there at the next pick, I'll take them. I just don't think so. May actually might. He's a little bit more buried. And I think he has rushing upside as well. So if it's not him, I could go Cole Kmet. He may not fall. I just think with the quarterback upgrade, he could be good. I could see him falling. It's just does somebody time out, and there's a lot of picks to go. So let's look at the team. Two quarterbacks, three running backs, five receivers, no tight end. We got Fields, Caleb Williams, Achan, Robinson Jr., DeAndre Swift, and I should say Brian Robinson Jr. That'd be nice. That'd be fun. Wide receiver Puka Nakua, Keenan Allen, T. Higgins, Rome Odunze, George Pickens, and off the board just now went Cole Kmet. After my pick of DeAndre Swift, it went Troy Franklin, Jared Goff, Chase Brown, Tua Tagovailoa, Rashid Shaheed, Ty Chandler. Yeah, it's getting rough at running back here. Cole Kmet, John Dotson, Jerry Jeudy. Hey, Chandler stepped up last year, so I'm not gonna knock him. I had him. I traded him in a couple spots. At least 2 leagues. Okay, Jaden Daniels goes. So once that rookie goes, that's when someone's like, "Oh, I need to take Drake May." So we'll see if May falls. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start adding to the queue guys who are starting running backs. Devin Singletary may not seem super appealing, but look at the consistency of this production. And let me tell you something else. I have a league where you have to start 3 running backs and at least 2 flexes on top of 5 receivers, but at the running back position is pretty spread thin. And Devin Singletary has helped me win 3 of the last 4 seasons. He's been in my lineup every week because I've prioritized receiver, but he's been good. You're seeing some of these rookie running backs go. Jonathan Brooks. Let's look at one of those guys before I lock in this next pick because they're going to have more upside than the Devin Singletary. I do like Roshan over Devin Singletary. Zamir White has a chance for an opportunity. We don't see it yet. I think he would go aboard if Josh Jacobs actually went somewhere else. I'm still tempted to go May over here. I just know that the ADP is saying he's going much later. So Blake Corum goes. What is the other rookie running back? Trey Benson. I believe in Trey Benson. And because I don't need that Drake May pick, I'll just take Trey Benson here for the upside. Trey Benson, I think he could be the best running back for 2024. I like the Jonathan Brooks pick. Coming off the ACL, hopefully he comes back healthy and fine. I just for one season only, let me have the healthy running back. Trey Benson has had a lot of injuries of his own out of Florida State. So we'll see. Singletary ends up going after my pick. Then it's Dalton Schultz. That's actually a good little sleeper tight end there. I will queue up Musgrave, Darren Waller. Pretty dicey after that. Even these Waller pick is dicey. I'll just get a few tight ends that are okay. Hope for some spike weeks. And just to highlight this, at quarterbacks that are remaining at this point in the draft, at the beginning of the 12, is my pick, starting the 12th round here. So May is there. I'm going to take Zamir White. And if he gets that starting role, that could be nice. When it's in season, and I already know who's on what team, I'm more likely to stop at running back right here. So That would normally be my strategy. I just don't know where Trey Benson even gets drafted. So where is he starting by week 6? He could just be a backup. Same with Zamir White. I feel like the top 3 here will get a starting job. No certainties after that. So we got 5 running backs, 5 receivers, 2 quarterbacks, and a tight end. And this is why you can wait on quarterback. I'm totally for waiting on quarterback. I've done plenty where I do that. I think I would want to at least get Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels as my first quarterback if I waited. Like, imagine waiting for one of those 2 and then getting Drake May a little bit later, who's still not gone off the board yet. At my next pick, I will take either of these tight ends. Since Waller, I think, can be a top 2 target in his offense, he just can't stay healthy. If you get that healthy season and semi-decent quarterback play, then you might get his last good season. So Luke Musgrave goes. Let's see how far I am from my pick, so I can start calling off some names of who's gone off the board. All right, after my Benson pick was Devin Singletary, Dalton Schultz, Xavier Worthy out of Texas, Ontavian Wicks, Gabe Davis, Donna Mitchell. Then I took Zamir White. Then it was Brandon Cooks, Lab McConkey, Matt Stafford, Jerome Ford, Khalil Herbert, Luke Musgrave, Michael Wilson, Adam Thielen. Thielen's always a nice sneaky pick. He can give you probably just going to keep producing like he always does. That's a good pick. Deshaun Watson, Tyler Algier. He's always been, or he's been in the league 2 years, but those 2 years he's been solid little depth piece. Give you a nice little floor. I'm up in 7 picks, so and then Michael Mayer goes. So for me, it's Waller here, well above Freiermuth. Now, something could happen where one day Freiermuth's the top 2 target. I just don't see it now, and the quarterback they have hasn't supported 3 tight ends very well. So Bucky Irving goes, then Baker Mayfield. Yeah, tight end, I'd say it's pretty desperate. Hopefully this guy doesn't take Waller here. Oh, man. Of course, Kendrick Miller's sitting right here. That'd be a good pick. But I'm gonna go Waller. Oh, and Drake May showing up, so May won't fall back to me, but you don't need. It's a 1 quarterback league. I should be fine getting someone else later. Take Waller here. Aaron Rodgers goes after that. Right before me was Quentin Johnson and Jaleel McLaughlin, and before that was Wan'Dale Robinson. Those are the ones I missed. Okay, I'm up to 5 picks. Let's get this queue going. I would take anyone here in my queue. I think I would be fine double tapping at tight end. Let's look. Because Freiermuth starting likely is not starting. Juwan Johnson starts, but has Taysom Hill. I did notice that when Taysom Hill was injured at the end of the season, Juwan Johnson was finally good again. He was good 2 seasons ago for good relative to tight end. I'm not taking Jatavian Sanders. Oh, hey, Kendrick Miller fell. I'm taking him. We know that Kamara's there. We'll see what happens, but you've got Chris Olave at receiver and Kamara basically at receiver. We'll see how they want to manage that. But maybe Kendrick Miller gets some more looks, and Kamara's more of a slot threat. Obviously, that's not exactly how it's going to go, but we saw them primarily giving Kamara the workload. It's just his yards per attempt rushing wise was a career low this past season. So your running back, take a shot on Braylon Allen. I'm really far from my next pick, so I don't think I'm going to even get a chance to these guys. Just put in something in the queue. I've got enough running backs for me, 6. I think I'm actually done at the position unless I want to take one of these other guys. At quarterback, I do think this far out you do need a quarterback 3. I'm not necessarily wanting to take these guys right here in my next pick. But there's, as far as remaining starting quarterbacks, it's Geno Smith, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, Will Levis, Bryce Young, Russell Wilson. One of these rookie quarterbacks, probably J.J. McCarthy, Aiden O'Connell. We'll see. I think we can wait there for sure. Man, that Keaton Mitchell ACL injury is not good. I would much prefer to wait a year to try to go in on him, and it was a late in the season-ish injury. So I had to pass on Keaton Mitchell. Nice player, though. I think the last rookie I would take is Marshawn Lloyd at running back. So I'm going to take off these other 2 positions. Actually, really quickly, one more look at quarterback. Yeah, it's really drying up. I would be open to Will Levis. I just don't see who they would even bench him for if he's playing bad. He did have some bad games though, but he didn't get the full training camp as a starter. Maybe they get him a weapon. So I think I can take down a running back, quarterback, tight end. So likely just went. I don't want to reach on Juwan Johnson, but I do like Tucker Kraft. But again, he's not going to have a chance to be the top 2 target in his offense. Juwan Johnson won't either, but he has a chance to be number 3. Rashid Shaheed is there, so if really none of these guys do. Actually, only Hunter Henry does, to be honest. So I will queue him up, and of course, the Tatum Sanders, we don't know where he's going to land, so he has a chance. I like Kraft. I'm not saying I'm taking these guys and putting in the queue here. I'm just getting it in order. I need some more receivers and tight ends. That's really it. But the only thing with the quarterback is they're just running out. So you either need the guys you took to hit, or you're going to have to take a late one. And I can keep waiting. If Russ is 202, we're about 2 rounds out from that. I can take him. That's the last one I would want to take. Someone that I think is going to be starting. So, okay, I'm on the clock. The running back I was thinking about taking is gone. Yeah, I'm willing to wait on this quarterback, so I'll just take Juwan Johnson. Not an amazing pick. As a player, I like Curtis Samuel more. He's gone. Traylon Burks could have that breakout. He'll be gone. Mitchell's always getting just in case for 1 week rest for McCaffrey type of thing. Not going to queue him up though. I think at this point I would fade the other tight ends. I don't even want to take Henry because I know he kind of tapered off at the end of the season. It's just that his team may be one of the ones, or is likely one of the ones getting a quarterback. We'll see what happens. Three tight ends, I would be done. This far out in February, 3 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks, I could do that and be done. So I'll take whichever these 2 guys fall. Will Levis is projected to go a little bit later than Hunter Henry. And also, I'll just take any of these quarterbacks later that'll fall, including Mr. Bryce Young. But I have no intentions of hitting the button on these guys right now. Okay, so little mini tight end run there. I'm going to. I think I'll take Tucker Kraft. Actually, let me take Chigo Conquo. He actually could be a number 2 target in this offense, and we'll fade tight end the rest of the way. Take some shots on receivers to just have some spike weeks here, and whatever quarterback falls to us later, we'll take them. So feeling pretty good about it. There's only 3 rounds left, or 4 rounds. Let's see if there's some Rick. Let's find Puka Nacua. Where's the next Puka Nacua at? Oh, he's not in this draft. Dang. Yeah, I wish there was another one. Let's see. Rick, you got Brendan Rice, the next Jerry Rice. And I'm just looking at rookies right now, so the people that don't have team names next to them. Like, I know the names. I'm actually surprised in the millions below these guys. Okay. So, got a decent queue of receivers. I mean, at this point, you go rookies because you don't know who their quarterback might be. Any of these guys could end up on the Chiefs, or name your favorite quarterback with a high pass volume. I mean, Rashee Rice, he came out of SMU. I mean, that was a much smaller school than a lot of these receivers, so. Okay. Let's see. That's too far. Okay, so I think it's tight end. It's pretty much tapped. And I forgot my 3, so we're good. And none of those quarterbacks went, so I don't have to try to get quarterback 3. And I'm looking at a lot of these teams; they've got the quarterback. So what I'm going to do is look after my next pick. After my next pick, all of those teams have 2 quarterbacks. So if they want their 3rd, they can get it. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks. So if I can just get any one of those, that's fine. So I think I'll take a Malachi Corley over them. No matter how that works out, good or bad, I'll take a older Tyler Boyd. Oh, someone just took the receiver at the bottom of my queue. Brendan Rice. Or did they? Where'd he go? Someone took him. Okay, so 2 picks away. After my Conquo pick, it was Kraft, Elijah Mitchell, Jalen Hyatt, Miles Sanders, Roman Wilson, Andres Iosivas, Trey Palmer, J.K. Dobbins, Justice Hill, Antonio Gibson, who I like, potential new landing spot, Derek Carr, Ray Davis, Kenneth Gainwell, Malachi Corley. Oh, sniped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 5 quarterbacks. Only 1 just went since the last time I counted them out. Tyler Boyd, he really needs to go to a good landing spot. He was basically in the perfect spot this last season, but like if he signs, like tries to get the most money he possibly can, he probably ends up going to the Panthers, and that's gonna be rough. I would love to be able to have that be a call from this far out. Hmm. I am willing to take Boyd though. He's been pretty consistent to just give you some points. The floor is the problem. In best ball, you do prefer the spike. I think I might wait on Brennan Rice. Just take Levis here. Top of my queue. I'd rather just take the Levis pick and then just go all receiver the rest of the way. So I'm going to uncheck the rest of these receivers because Levis has some good upside potential. He's just a gunslinger. Okay, Brendan Rice goes right after that. And then let's just fill this thing up. Rashad Bateman will get some targets. Man, drafting Noah Brown just for those 2 games he had, that would have been nice. He just doesn't have a consistent role. Okay. I'm gonna queue up Darnell Mooney. I haven't given up on Mooney. Man, DeMarcus Robinson was really good in that wide receiver 3 role for the Rams, which makes me wonder, how hurt was Tutu Atwell. He's a little bit smaller. I would love it if, if he steps up when there's an injury and he's getting some points. I don't know. I probably won't take him. All right, so 6 picks away. We're still tight ends here. I like Noah Fant as a talent and Gerald Everett. Both of them are pass catching first type tight ends, which is sometimes why Noah Fant doesn't get high usage. But Fant's on a contract here; he could end up anywhere. I just can't take a tight end at this point. I don't think. All right, so I'm on the clock. I'm actually gonna take Mooney. I think somehow he stays with the Bears. He'll be getting a new quarterback, but as a free agent, could end up in a much better spot. He's okay, but we've seen him be able to produce here and there. All right, so it's about that time. I'm about to get out of here. Just 2 picks away. And let me just fill up this queue. So 3 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 6 receivers, 3 tight ends. And this is February. So although there's going to be plenty of injuries and we're going to want running backs, we don't know who those guys are going to be. Abanikanda's an injury away. Ezekiel Elliott will find a role. Sure. Rodriguez might be the number 2. I like Cody Schrader as a rookie running back. These rookie running backs, anything can happen. We're going to focus on these rookies here. I think. I think I'm going to take. We'll see who falls. Ricky may be gone. I'm thinking Schrader. I just like all 3 of these players. So, Vaughn Baker, Ricky Parasol, Cody Schrader. I think Cody Schrader can play. I'm looking at my running backs, and it's not. The most upside is with the chain. The floor is with Brian Robinson, and Swift's got some upside. Benson's got some upside. I mean, there's something there. Look at the receiver. How confident am I in these receivers? Puka, Keenan, T. I'm good with those first 3. The next 2 I'm good with. And after that, I'm struggling. You only got 1 pick left. I'm willing to do 1 running back, 1 receiver. So I'll move Schrader up to lock him in since he's the last one I want. I like Rodriguez and Abanikanda. And Jalen Wright. Yeah, I think I go Parasol and just take these rookies after that. And I'll just order it this way. Yeah, let's fill this thing up. Jermaine Burton. Put Everett on there. Just absolutely, he doesn't. You never know. Maybe he has a good landing spot. I don't think he's re-signing with the Chargers. That's pretty much best case scenario. So I don't love it. Ended the season with the injury. Should be fine though. AJ Osborne's good. Number 3 type. Might be on a new team. Dylan Johnson. I'm really just filling this thing up at this point. Okay. Upward Clyde. Sorry. Really, who knows? These guys, I think they pop off with these players down here. Anything could happen. All right, I'll make this big, and then we'll shut it down. Ricky goes right ahead of me, so I'll take Trader if he's there, and let the queue, whoever else I get in the queue from there, we'll just roll with that. Put Tutu at the very end. And then Lazard right behind that. Just in case somehow all these guys go. Got 15 in the queue, so I don't think that's possible. All right, we'll take Cody Strager to end it here. Awesome. Okay, another best ball draft in the books. We'll see how this one goes. But again, really appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you for watching the Dynasty Football Key. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.